John wakes up to the sound of his alarm, as always. He starts his day with a cup of his favorite coffee, but his mind drifts back to the past. Memories of his wife, Helen. He remembers standing by her side in the hospital, holding on until her final breath. After her funeral, John carries a small keepsake and buries Helen at the city cemetery. On his way home, he runs into an old friend, Marcus. They share a brief conversation before saying goodbye. That night, a knock comes at John's door. A delivery arrives, though John never ordered anything. Inside the package is a small puppy, along with a letter. It's Helen's final letter. Reading it, John breaks down. The puppy's name is Daisy, Helen's last gift to him, meant to keep him from being alone. The next morning, Daisy wakes John up. He goes through his quiet routine again, this time with Daisy by his side. After getting ready, John takes Daisy out for a drive. At a gas station, a group of Russian men notice John's car and compliment it. One of them asks to buy it. John politely refuses, saying the car is not for sale. The man gets angry until he realizes John speaks Russian too. Shocked, they let him go. To blow off steam before heading home, John pushes his car to the limit, drifting through his usual abandoned hangar. Later that night, Daisy wakes John again. She seems frightened. John follows her into the living room, only to find several men breaking into his house. John collapses as the men beat him unconscious. As his vision fades, something tragic happens. Daisy is killed while trying to protect him. He buries her in his own home. John realizes the truth. They are the same men from the gas station. They steal his car and leave him behind. They brought it to a local chop shop owned by a man named Aurelio. They asked him to replace the plates and clean the car, but the moment Aurelio saw the vehicle, he knew exactly whose car it was. He asked where they got it. When the Russians explained, Aurelio realized the owner was John Wick. Without hesitation, Aurelio refused to touch the car. Not long after, John visited Aurelio. Aurelio told him everything. The man who stole the car was Iosif Tarasov, the son of Vigio Tarasov, one of the most powerful crime bosses in the city. The bad news eventually reached Vigio, and he knew exactly what the consequences would be. Losif coming back home. After offering him a drink, Vigio suddenly punched him in the stomach until he vomited. Then he explained the truth. John Wick wasn't just some man. He was a legend, a relentless assassin. A man who once killed 3 people in a bar with a pencil. Yes, a pencil. John walked away from his life with Vigio after completing an impossible final mission. But days after his wife's death, Vigo's son, Yosef, stole John's car and killed his dog. Vigio knew what was coming. That same night, his men stormed John's house, but John was ready. He took them all down. A neighbor had complained. Officer Jimmy clearly knew John after a brief look around, then left without questions. Back in the basement, John made a call and ordered dinner for 12. It was code for Charlie, his cleanup guy. 12 bodies were removed with gold coins payment. After the situation, Vigio officially put a $2 million bounty on John Wick, an open contract. He even approached Marcus, John's close friend, offering the job directly, and Marcus accepted. Then he prepared anything. Knowing his house was no longer safe, John checked into the Continental Hotel. In the lobby, John ran into Perkins, an old assassin acquaintance. He booked room 818. Inside, he watched old videos of his wife. Later, John visited the hotel's secret bar and spoke with Winston, the owner. He asked about Yosef, but Winston refused. No business is allowed inside the Continental. But at the bar, the bartender Eddie served John a drink, along with a napkin that meant his red circle. John understood immediately that's where Yosef was hiding. Meanwhile, Vigio doubled the bounty if the hit was carried out inside the Continental Hotel. Then, John arrives at a building marked by a red neon circle. He slips in through the back entrance, quietly following a group of Russians. Inside, Yosef is partying, completely unaware that Baba Yaga or John Wick is already inside. At the rear door, John confronts Francis, the guard. Realizing who he's facing, Francis surrenders and walks away. John moves deeper and encounters Victor, Yosef's right-hand man. John kills him swiftly and takes his phone, learning that Yosef is downstairs. But John's cover is blown. Gunfire erupts, Yosef panics and escapes with his men. Wounded, John returns to the Continental, neutral ground. He asks for a doctor and gets stitched up. The doctor gives him special pills if taken. Meanwhile, Marcus watches from afar. He notices a hitwoman named Perkins entering John's room and fires a warning shot to alert him. A brutal fight breaks out between John and Perkins. After overpowering her, John forces her to talk. She reveals that Vigo's assets are hidden in a church near Cannon Court, Little Russia. Then, a man appears. It's Harry, an old friend. John pays him in gold coins to take care of Perkins. The next day, John arrived at the church mentioned by Perkins. Without hesitation, John shot the Russian men inside the church. John then forced the priest to take him to Vigo's hidden storage facility. There, without mercy, burned all of Vigo's assets. After ensuring everything was destroyed, John left the place. John returned to the Continental Hotel, but Perkins broke her own finger to slip out of the restraints and brutally killed Harry. Soon after, a violent gunfight broke out between John and Vigo's team. One of Vigo's men struck John with a car, allowing them to capture him. Vigio confronted John in a room and expressed his regret, not just over the money that was burned, but over how far things had gone. Vigio begged John to stop, believing his son had only stolen a car and killed an ordinary dog. John refused and explained that the dog was the last gift from his late wife. Vigio didn't care and walked away.
Dog arrived on my life.
People can die screaming over.
Two of Vigo's men attempted to suffocate John with a plastic bag, but Marcus, watching from afar, shot one of them, saving John's life. Again, John fought and killed the remaining man, then chasing Vigo's car. John forced Vigio to stop and threatened him in exchange for his life. Vigio revealed that Yosef was hiding in a safe house in Brooklyn, fully aware that John would come. John infiltrated the safe house and launched his attack. He eliminated the guards, trapped Yosef inside, and ensured there was no escape. Accepting his fate, Vigio waited in silence. With the job done, John checked out of the Continental and drove away in a new car, his mission complete. John met Marcus by the lake and thanked him for saving his life multiple times, unbeknownst to them. Perkins was watching and realized Marcus was the sniper who helped John at the Continental. After parting ways with John, Marcus was ambushed at his home by Vigo's men. Accusing him of betrayal, Vigio tortured and killed Marcus, then called John to inform him. John rushed to Marcus' house but arrived too late, finding his friend dead shortly after. Perkins was executed by the Continental for breaking hotel rules. Winston warned John that Vigio was escaping by helicopter. John gave chase, eliminating Vigo's guards in a brutal pursuit.
Super, come on, let's go. Give me a gun, who's got a gun? Push, please.
Good luck.
In the end, John confronted Vigio in a bare-handed fight, but despite his injuries, John killed Vigio. Wounded, he sought help at a veterinary clinic, where he found a dog that reminded him of Daisy.
Let's go.
John went home with the dog, ready to begin a new life.